Guys, tell me, kids, what does reading mean to you?
America's greatness was not crafted in skyscrapers alone, but on the ground by those who could see what needed to be done. Volunteers who in service stepped forward onto the dust of the moon, a levee in the heartland, the marble steps of a dream. You may ask yourself, where's my moon, my levee, my dream? Well, it's here, with you. Step forward. Help renew America at usaservice.org.
Hi, and welcome back. Jeff and I are here with Ron and Millie Shelbourne, a couple that's been married almost 52 years. So thank you for coming on the show. How are you?
Yes.
Wonderful. So how long were you two dating before you got married?
Couple of years.
Couple of years? How old were you when you were married?
23.
23? Mm-hmm. Oh, wow. So how did you meet?
I was on a trip with my younger sister. We were at Revere Beach, and I met Ron on Revere Beach, and we got to talking, and that's how we met.
Wow, Virginia Beach?
Revere Beach.
Oh, Revere Beach. I was like, oh, okay.
Are you familiar with Revere Beach?
I'm not. Sorry.
Oh.
No. I'm from Virginia, so.
You're from another part of
Virginia.
I'm from Virginia, so I don't know the area that well. So how did you know that you were the one for each other? Like,
At first I didn't. We just kept meeting and going out to the movies or to dinner or to walks in the park.
oh, okay. And then eventually you kind of fell in love, or?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yep.
Very nice. Yeah.
So how long was it before you guys had children?
We were married in 1960, and we had our first child in 1961. In September, we were married in October, and that next year in September, we had our first daughter.
Oh, wow.
So how has having children impacted your marriage?
Wow.
Could you speak a little louder? I have a hearing loss. So
I'm sorry, sir.
the bass, you have a beautiful tone
Thank
on
you.
your voice, but I'm just hearing that bassy side, so just give it a little more oomph.
So how did having children affect your marriage?
Well, that's a good question, because at that time, it did affect, because I not only myself, but I would associate with my fellow guys around my age who had children as well. Mm-hmm. And we talk about how the children affected our marriage. For instance, if most of the time, I would take my kids, when I went in town, downtown, mm-hmm. shopping and stuff, I would take them with me. The other guys wouldn't. Mm-hmm. And the reason their biggest thing was the kids always wanted something, which I noticed right off the bat, you know. Well, I didn't have the problem with that as much. I think because they talked about it. So I had a sort of a defense. If they said to me, Dad, I want to go to the bathroom, well, okay, we'll find a way for you to get to the bathroom. And that's what I would do. For instance, we went to, I remember Patricia particularly, I took her down to GBH, would be just after they relocated from MIT on Western Avenue, the new studios. And it was open for everybody. Families, I must be 300, 400, I don't know how many people were there, with their kids. Meanwhile, Patricia, that's my middle child, wanted to go to the bathroom. Well, I just asked the lady with her child, could you take the child? You know, sure, no problem. And she came back, when the funny thing is, she had her bottoms of her underwear. She said, I'm sorry, but she wet her pants and I had to wash them. And so she gave them to me. Thank you. Went on about it. So I think that association with the guys hearing what they had to go through, I said I wasn't going to do that. I'm going to do it just the opposite. So it was fun. I used to feedback with Patricia as again. I'd say, what is the best thing when she was older as a teenager that you thought that I did? Dad, you always took us out to the playground. You know, my oldest Kathy, she said, you take us to the beach. You know,
Yeah.
so
And
there
when-
was some.
Yeah.
Go.
When he'd come home and talk about the other men and when they had their children, we sort of trained our children to reality. We trained them that when you went in the store, you couldn't have everything in the store. When they got a little older, I always loved math. So one day I took the children to the store and they wanted this and that and the other. So I gave my oldest daughter, who was maybe about 12, this is the money we have to spend.
Okay.
Okay? We took them to the window, we cashed the check. This is the money we have for food. Now, this is the amount we can spend. And once you took the children around and they saw how much things cost, they started putting things back. We don't really need that, we can have that. Or, you know, you wanted one bag of chips, so each one wanted their own. No, we'd take the one bag and we'd take 3 cups and divide it amongst them. And you need I think when raising children, you need to let them know that you can't have everything you see. You know, this is the money we have, this is the income we have, and this is what we can do, and we'll always do the best for you. And we trained our children that education was the most important thing, so we are a family of readers. So that for Christmas, I guess because of my childhood, we didn't get toys for Christmas, we got books, gloves, and socks. So we had a whole closet at home when the kids were growing up. It was called the book closet. It was the biggest closet in the house, and it was floor to ceiling books. And so we felt that by reading and teaching the children the value of reading, they'd do better in school. And they'd come home, oh my, you know that story you read and that word that was in the book, it was in my test. And so, you know, we made education, not money and things, the most important thing for people, for children to have when they're growing up. We just saw that importance.
So how were you able to navigate the challenges of marriage? Like to last 52 years. Like,
See, what I'd say to young people is marriage is a job.
it's a job.
Now, if you go into marriage thinking it's going to be fun and games and happy and la-di-da, then you might as well get a divorce now because it's not. And you have to work hard at a marriage. A marriage is every day you have to give and take, you know. And since we're so different, I came from a big family. He was an only child. So as an only child, I saw him as being selfish because he never had a share. But in my family, everything was sharing. So that was sort of a nick and tuck for us, you know. But we lasted.
You know, it was interesting when you talk about the sharing, because that's something that's very true. And what I used to do in sharing, if you came with me somewhere and we had something to eat, I'd buy you what you needed rather than break up my piece of bread and say, here, you know.
Yeah.
But I learned to do a little bit different as time goes on, but that's the way it was with me. I wouldn't say no to you,
Yeah.
but I make sure you have yours independently.
Exactly.
No. But that's not true sharing. I think sharing is you break it from what you got, what I have, rather than go and buy your extra,
Yeah.
you know. But then, you know, you go on the other side of that. If I take you out, you say, what do you want? And you say, well, I want so-and-so. But that's on the question of income. I'm always a type of guy, unfortunately, who likes to save. So when she was talking about going in town and pricing, and kids would want this and they want that, for like Revere Beach, when we talked about the sandwiches you brought in from Kelly's last night, when the kids were small, it was Revere Beach, you missed that. Really beautiful place. Oh, so many things that happen. On Easter, the people go down from the church and so forth. But they take the kids down to Revere Beach for the rides and stuff. And Kelly's was
A roast beef sandwich
right.
place.
And you get,
Popular.
I mean, you get a roast beef for 75 cents at that time, this high. All meat,
He's exaggerating.
top roll here, top roll there. So what I used to do is to buy it and say, give me 2 more rolls and take the meat Was that?
Yep, and make sandwiches
and make
for
three
everyone.
different sandwiches for everyone for 75 cents. And you still have a lot of meat in each sandwich, and I give it to the kids that way. So that they all learn how to use savings and not be, as I felt, too extravagant. So, you know, we never was in a problem where we were in dire needs of
Anything.
anything, you know. The bad thing about what I didn't teach them, because I had problems, is take the savings and how to invest the savings. There's where I still had a problem. I had something to save, but you should invest that.
Right. So I have a question. Is there such a thing as real love? Like, how do you know if it's real love? Like, does that really exist? Do you think?
Well, I think real love is caring and sharing and taking care of each other,
Okay.
you know. And there's no real love like fairy tale love you see on
Okay.
television. I mean, let's be realistic.
Right. Oh, wow.
It's been shown that you guys have a longevity in your relationship. What do you feel is causes a lot of relationships to fail, and like, what do you feel like is missing in a lot of relationships nowadays?
I really think that people aren't willing to work at marriage. And they come into it thinking they had a big wedding. I mean, I had a girlfriend, she got married around the same time. She spent enough money on the wedding to put a down payment on the house. The marriage didn't last, they were even done up in the Globe, in the Boston Globe. The marriage didn't last 2 years because they weren't willing to give and take. They wanted every day to be like that wedding, and that's not real. That's not reality.
Wow, that's true. That's what my grandmother said. She's been married over 50 years as well. And she said when she first got in a fight with her husband for the first time, she ran home. And her mother said, okay, you can come home today, but you are not allowed to ever come home if you get in a fight with your husband. And so she learned to stay at home and not deal with that. So do you think in today's world we're not willing to fight because of all the technology we have? Or is there something else that young people we just haven't learned or are missing?
Well, I think so many of the young people get everything they want. I mean, I think people sacrifice, parents sacrifice so the children can have $300 sneakers and they can have this and that, but they're not working for it. I mean, it's not that I want children to work, but they need to have chores, they need to be respectful. If you don't have chores, not respectful, you don't belong to church or a group or do well in school, then you're not getting in my house $300 sneakers because you don't deserve them. You know, if mom and pop have to work hard to keep this family together, then children have to cooperate too, and children need to have chores. Children come and go today. Family's another thing that's happening in our family. When 5 o'clock came, the kids knew to be home for dinner because we all ate together.
Oh, so unfortunately, that's all we have time for right now.
We want to thank you so much for coming on the show and sharing experiences with us, Mr. and Mrs. Shelburne. We appreciate it so much.
You're very welcome.
Yes.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you again.
So right now, we have a special guest coming to perform for us. This is our very first show of Girls and Guys. So let's have everyone get excited for Tashawn King.
A lie plus a cheat. Someone hurts, someone leaves. I should have known that the way that it began, baby, it would end so wrong of he to play with your heart, watch them torment your soul. Oh, baby, if I could, I would give you my all just to guide you. Let me supply you. Wouldn't deprive you, girl, I got love for you, babe. She my love. Won't you, babe? I got love. It's calling your name. And it's calling, baby. Baby, my love. My love. My love. Ooh. Oh, yes, oh, yes. If we made a vow it should stay the same, never fade away. Girl, from this day I give you my word. Promise you I'll be your night and day. Invest in me and be worry-free, yeah. Be worry-free, oh. I would give you my all just to guide you. Let me supply you what it deprived you. Girl, I got love for you, babe. See my love for you, babe. I got love calling, baby. Baby, my love, it is calling, calling, calling. All this love that I have for you, all it's gonna do is make you feel stronger, so stronger. All this love that I have for you, all it's gonna do is make you feel stronger, so stronger. I love you, baby. See my love, it's my love, baby, yes. Baby, my love, my love, oh, yeah, it's calling, calling, calling. Get love, it's my love. Get love, no, baby, baby, yes. See, all I wanna do is show you I can be a real man. I'm coming through whenever you need, baby, yeah. No, girl, I got love for you, baby. See my love would've warned you, baby. I got love, and it's calling your name. It's calling your name, yeah. I got love for you, baby. My love.